Let's break down how a simple 9mm bullet starts with materials that demand perfection. Massive spools of brass, heavy lead ingots, drums of gunpowder, and tiny primer caps arrive at the factory. Each is inspected: brass for strength and flexibility, lead for purity, gunpowder for burn rate, and primers for flawless construction. Even a minor flaw in any component can mean disaster. Lead is checked for impurities that could weaken the bullet's core. Brass is measured for the perfect alloy, strong yet workable. Gunpowder arrives sealed, tested for grain size and burn speed. Too fast or too slow, and the bullet's performance is compromised. Primers, the spark plugs, are handled with extreme care and checked for defects. Every material is scrutinized before entering production. This isn't just about making bullets, it's about making sure every shot is safe and reliable. The process is dirty and loud, but it's built on a foundation of uncompromising quality. If a batch doesn't meet standards, it's rejected immediately. Precision starts at the door, long before assembly begins. In ammunition, there's no room for good enough. Every step is about eliminating risk. That's how you start building something small that does a very big job. With materials approved, the transformation begins. Lead ingots are melted and extruded into wire, then chopped into precise slugs, the bullet's core. Each slug is weighed, any that don't meet spec are recycled. Meanwhile, brass wire is fed into cold headers, punched and formed into cups, the beginnings of casings. These cups are drawn through dies, stretched to shape and strengthened. After forming, casings are washed and polished, emerging shiny and ready. Quality control checks every step: weight, shape, and finish. Nothing is wasted. Every rejected piece is melted down and reused. The factory floor is a symphony of machines, each tuned for accuracy. The result: perfect lead cores and flawless brass casings ready for the next phase. It's a relentless pursuit of uniformity. Every bullet starts as raw metal, but precision turns it into something more. This is where the bullet's journey truly takes shape. Now the most sensitive steps, adding the spark and the fuel. Casings are oriented and primers pressed in, a delicate process demanding absolute care. Machines seat primers with just enough pressure, never too much. Next, gunpowder is dropped in, each charge measured to the milligram. Too little or too much powder and the round is rejected. Sensors and cameras check every primer and powder charge. Any error, and the casing is ejected from the line. Safety is everywhere. Shields, climate controls, and strict protocols. Workers respect the danger, knowing consistency is everything. The assembly line is fast but never careless. Every round is a balance of power and precision. The goal: flawless ignition every time. Only perfect rounds move forward. Now it all comes together. The lead core is jacketed in copper, swagged into its final shape. The jacket prevents barrel fouling and keeps the bullet intact. The finished bullet is seated atop the powder-filled casing, pressed to a precise depth. Too deep or too shallow and the round fails. A crimp secures the bullet and seals the casing, protecting the powder. Some rounds get extra sealant for harsh conditions. Every step is automated but monitored for accuracy. Even the name Parabellum carries history. Prepare for war. The process is a mechanical ballet, thousands of rounds per hour. From parts to a finished cartridge, it's all about precision. The round is almost ready, but not before one last crucial phase. Inspection is next. Assembly isn't the end. Now comes the real test. High-speed cameras and lasers scan every round for defects. Anything off, dents, misaligned primers, scratches, is rejected. Machines check dimensions and fit, ensuring every round chambers perfectly. Batches are pulled for destructive testing, fired in test barrels, measured for pressure and velocity. Data is compared to strict standards, only rounds that pass move on. The process is relentless. Zero defects is the goal. Even a tiny flaw can mean failure. Quality control is both art and science. The people and machines here are the final guardians. Every round must earn its place in the box. Only the best survive. That's what makes ammunition trustworthy. The final rounds are cleaned and polished, removing every trace of the factory. Shiny casings aren't just for looks. They help with smooth feeding and extraction. Packaging is automated. Rounds are counted, boxed, labeled, and tracked by lot number. Boxes are packed, palletized, and shipped, some to stores, others to law enforcement or military. Each bullet's journey is traced from raw metal to finished product. The process ends quietly, but the stakes remain high. Whether for sport, defense, or duty, every round is built on precision. From lead and brass to a finished cartridge, nothing is left to chance. It's a dirty job, but it demands perfection. That's the story behind every 9mm bullet. Precision, safety, and reliability delivered in every shot.